ago, I told you all, every chance I get, I say, please make your school board do a public hearing on CSCOPE. Take at least the social studies part, the 243 different lesson plans. Get 10 of your friends, and each one of y'all do, 24, or get 20, and each one of you do 10. But review them so you can go to that public meeting and say, wait a minute, lesson plan number 17 is wrong here. 27 is wrong here, either bias or factual errors. And so that's really where we are right now. And Alice is trying to protect your children and our 10-year-old daughter. And I'm doing this, and I believe her when she says, this isn't about David Dewhurst. This isn't about David Dewhurst being lieutenant governor. I'm just an asset. All I'm doing is trying to help her, okay? So I'm trying to help her from a state point of view. And that's why there have been some days when one of our top education people, Casey Lamb, is almost full-time, it seems like, on Alice's staff, because they talk in the morning, they talk in the afternoon, trying to make sure that Alice has the information she needs from a state perspective so that we can get this fixed. What she's doing with Can You See is remarkable. I've got goosebumps just telling you that. It's just remarkable. Because that's what we've all got to be doing as parents. Can I see? All right? Seriously. We're paying, all of us collectively, and I'm talking about myself as a citizen and you all as citizens. All right? It's our government. There's absolutely no right that we can't see what our children are being taught. And so, I volunteered to do more on Can I See. I'm a little busy right now, but as I find more time, I'm going to be trying to do whatever I can that helps Alice in this effort. So I can go on and talk about this, but let me stop here and see what your thoughts are, what you think I might be able to do to help. I brought some note cards with me so I can write things down. Hi.
My name's Rhonda. 1406, does it have the teeth behind it that we can take into the school boards? Because I've brought that up to my school board, and they said they don't have to have that meeting because they adopted CSCOPE back in 2008, and just because it's a name change, but I see other school districts have done the meetings. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, they held a public meeting and announced about it being changed to TEAC's resource systems. And our school board, mostly our superintendent, feels like that doesn't need to be done.
He said he spoke with his attorney, and it was not necessary. It was just a name change. There's nothing new. And there would be no public meeting.
Right.
That was the end of it.
Right.
Great. Why don't I volunteer to call him? Why don't I volunteer? Why don't I volunteer to call him? And why don't I volunteer that when he says no,
Yes.
then I publicize the fact that CSCOPE has changed, in my opinion. I don't care what his lawyer says. I got more lawyers than he does. CSCOPE has changed in that we've had the State Board of Education finishing this review. What we're talking about, I don't care what he's talking about for 2 years ago, 3 years ago on CSCOPE. There's changes going on right now with the curriculum. It's a changed curriculum. I want, and that's what I asked from Commissioner Williams. That's what he wrote, that reminding them that changed curriculum. This is a changed curriculum. And that's fine. If he wants to play that game, he can stonewall me. But if he does that, I'm coming right back with all 220 pounds right at him, and we're going to pass even a tougher bill in 2015 that he's not going to like one bit. But right now, he is going against the legislative intent of the bill, and I'm prepared to tell him that.
There's more. Go ahead, Terry.
At this same school board meeting where he said he did not have to abide by that, he also very publicly stated that there was absolutely nothing wrong with Common Core and it could be used. And it has been used, and while Alice was talking a while ago, I got a phone call from another parent of a 5th grade student, said, call me, I'm in a panic. She asked her daughter to bring home our worksheets. We've already seen that there's Common Core worksheets coming home at the primary level. This mother just called me and said, you will not believe the science notebook that my child just brought me. I felt like something was weird. She's been acting strange. She says, this is such a far left progressive agenda. And what they've done is they've gone and they've cut the bottom off the worksheets.
Where it says
So,
Common Core.
so the parents will not see it. And
Because
this
I brought
mom
that
is
up at the
shaking,
school board meeting where it said Common Core. Now they're whiting that out.
or
on the
they're cutting
bottom.
it off the bottom.
And-
Because the superintendent has stood up and publicly stated that there's nothing wrong with Common Core and it can be used.
And they're writing the TEKS number that they cherry picked.
So we really do need some help, and it's not, well, what we told the teachers, we are not attacking the teachers.
Right.
What we feel like that superintendent, and I'm sure that there's others, they are risking the credibility of these teachers as a professional. And I know these teachers, if they were given the opportunity to hear and to know what Common Core is about, they would not want their name attached to it at all.
They don't know what it
And
is.
so
Who's out.
he's putting their credibility as an educator and as a protector of our children on the line because he refuses to abide by the law. And so as parents, we're not only trying to protect our children, we're trying to protect our teachers, and we want to take our communities back from people like that.
Amen. Terry, sounds like you need a new superintendent.
If I do, and if you will help me with that, I would be.
That's